Hello, guys. It's me, Butterfly Spirit 314. So, guys, I'm going to briefly talk about some paranormal happenings, some spooky, crazy stuff that's been going on around me lately. Okay. And I don't know what it is, but what I did end up doing is I did do a protection around myself because stuff was getting way too freaking weird and too spooky. All right. So, I'm going to tell you about each of them. There was three things that happened. One happened last night, one happened a few days back, and a few days before that. Okay. So I'm going to start with the first one that happened. So I was going to work one morning, and I park in a parking garage. Okay. And so what happened is that I park on the second level of the parking garage, and I had to go and get into the elevator to get down to the first floor. So what ended up happening was that there was a girl waiting at the elevator, and I walked over to the elevator as well. Actually, I kind of ran over there because if you don't get on the elevator, it takes forever for it to come back up. It's like super slow. So she went into the elevator first, and then I went into the elevator. Okay. And so the door of the elevator closes like it normally does. Okay. And so me and the girl in the elevator were expecting the elevator to just take us down to the first floor. Craziest thing happens. This is the first paranormal thing happens. Door closes, me and her, are waiting for the elevator to go down. And then all of a sudden, the elevator door opens back up on the second level. And when me and her looked out, there was nobody there. Seriously, there was nobody there. Okay. That's the first freaky ass thing that happened to me. Nobody was there. Okay. The second thing that happened was I have to key in. So I have to drive in to get into the parking garage. This happened, I believe this was on Thursday. Okay. What I had to do was I have to scan my badge to get into the garage. So the elevator, not the elevator, the garage door was open. So I'm over here thinking I have enough time to drive under this door because if there's enough time, you can get under the door before it goes down. Okay, it's like one of those electric doors or something that comes down. So what ends up happening is that the door was open, and then I drive forward, and all of a sudden the door closes down. I'm like, shoot, the door closes. I thought I had enough time. Okay. And this was kind of a fear that I had that I have this fear that the door is going to come down on my car or something like that. So the door closes, and I slam on my brakes right before I end up hitting the door. So what ends up happening is I go and back up. There's two people behind me. Next thing I know, the door opens back up again. And I'm like, what the hell? And then a second later, the door closes again. Now, if the door opens up, it means that somebody's coming down and the door is opening for them. But when the door opened up, there was nobody there. Okay. Then the door did it again. It closed. Then it opened. Then it closed. Then it opened. Then it closed. Right? In order to open that door, either somebody has to be leaving that garage and coming down the ramp, or either somebody has to badge in. But nobody was doing that. I'm not shitting you. Nobody was doing that at all. And so what I did, I was like, oh, shoot, I got to get in here. So I had to get out of my car, walk to where I would badge in. I beeped my badge, and got in the car, and the door opened up. I took off up that ramp as quick as I could, because that door is not supposed to work like that. It is not. I'm telling you, it's not. All right. It ain't. That door has never done that the entire time that I've been parking in that garage. And I've been parking in that garage for, since last year. Okay. So now we're going to get to the third paranormal happening that happens. So last night I decided to go to Joann's, what you guys may know as Joann Fabrics. So I wanted to go in and look at some fabrics. I didn't plan to go buy anything. I was just kind of walking around, kind of browsing, looking at fabrics and stuff. So I'm in this aisle of fabric, okay? And this is where they have like the kind of, like fancy fabric, like tulle, that has like beading on it. Like the kind of stuff they use for wedding dresses and costumes and all that. So, this fabric is on these like big rolls or something like that. And it's like this wedding kind of fabric, and like costume fabric and stuff. So I'm looking at it, and I am not kidding you. Do you guys know what happens? What ended up happening is I just was looking at, the fancy fabric. This on a roll, and it's like 1 roll, 2 roll, 3 rolls, 4 rolls, and it's like on these things holding the fabric. Okay. And I'm not kidding you. Do you know what happens? What ends up happening, guys, is that all of a sudden, the roll of fabric that I was looking at was like white, and it was like kind of like tulle kind of mesh with like beading on it. The fabric all of a sudden starts, at first when I was looking at it, it was just static. There was nothing going on. It was like on there like normal. Then all of a sudden, the fabric just starts unrolling, and it unrolled all the way on the floor. And it was freaking spinning, okay? And then the fabric hit the floor. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And I'm serious. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like, I couldn't believe this. Like, what? Okay, like, what the fuck? Like, at first the stuff wasn't moving, and then all of a sudden it just unravels, and I'm like, this is some creepy shit. And this is the third paranormal thing that happened last night. When I got home, I did my little protection thing that I do, I got my own protection ritual I do to protect myself, because 3 crazy, freaky, paranormal things happened. And I was like, no. No. Okay. So, guys, these have been my 3 tales of paranormal happenings that happened to me. Okay. And when stuff starts getting kind of freaky or kind of weird, I definitely have my own protection that I put around myself. Okay. Because, yeah, it was just too weird. Too freaking weird. All right. So, if you guys ever notice any weird paranormal stuff happening to you, it ain't even Halloween yet. Hell, it wasn't even a full moon. And this stuff has been happening around me. So I don't know what it is. I just been living my life like normal. And all of a sudden, this stuff just started happening. So I don't know. I have been studying astrology, recently. So, maybe something's mad that I'm learning astrology. Particular, I'm learning moon astrology as well as Chinese astrology. So I don't know, but also I'm learning like numerology too. So yeah, but crazy stuff's been happening. And I still am learning tarot as well. For you guys who don't know, I study tarot. And recently I've been learning about the animals that are on tarot cards, as well as I've been learning about like the animal meanings, as well as like the numerological meanings, like the numbers on the tarot cards too. So yeah, that's what I've been pretty much doing, you know. So yeah, so that's what's been happening in butterfly spirits world recently. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this video, and be careful out there, guys, because some paranormal stuff can happen, and it can just start happening out of nowhere. And when it does, put a protection around yourself. You know, like I said, that door opening and closing like that, the elevator door opening and nobody being there. Okay, in order to open the door, you have to press that button. Okay, yeah, that fabric being static and all of a sudden it unravels right in front of me and I didn't even touch it, and I was standing there for about a minute and then all of a sudden it unravels. Yeah, when stuff like that happens, guys, understand there might be some, you know, there might be a psychic attack going on around you, and you got to protect yourself. Okay, you definitely want to do that. All right. So thank you for watching this video. And for some of you who may ask, you know, how do you do a protection around yourself? You know, you can use like some sage, you know, some sandalwood, you know, burn some sage, burn some sandalwood. You can wear crystals, you know, for a protection. If you need to, like if you're wanting to protect yourself, you can wear something like hematite. That can be really good for keeping bad stuff out of your aura. Some people wear evil eye bracelets and stuff like that. You know, you can have wear rose quartz. That's, you know, good, positive, you know, self-loving energy, high vibrational energy. You can wear selenite, you know, black tourmaline, a combination of those crystals, you know, good luck charms and stuff like that. Yeah, but crazy things have been happening around me. So thank you guys for watching this video. Bye.